we're going to pass it over to Dangers for our any % run of Super Mario Odyssey. Take it away.
All right, okay, it's Super Mario Odyssey time. I'm so excited. Hello, everybody out there in the Twitch lands, everybody out there. Hi, you're all beautiful. My name is Dangers. We're going to do some Super Mario Odyssey today. Joining me on the microphone is Fur.
Hi, Dangers.
Hi.
Are you ready? Are you feeling good?
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. This is the first time I've been able to do one in person, so I'm very, very excited to see how it goes. But yeah, so this game has been out for about 5 years. It's got a great speedrunning community. Lots of things have been discovered about it. Even though it's a really polished game, it's really easy to get into for speedrunning. It has come a long way, and it's really fun, and I'm really excited to show it off. So that's what we're going to do. And we are here sitting on the Nintendo Switch date and time settings screen, which makes perfect sense.
That is how you start a Mario run.
Always, duh.
Yeah.
There will be explanation for this, I promise. Just know that I have to hit OK and hit the play button on my timer at the same time. In fact, I'm going to give it to you so it doesn't fall asleep. I'm going to hit play, and then you're just going to make sure it doesn't fall asleep. But we're basically starting the run at exactly the right time on exactly the right day. Today's March 13th, which just happens to be my birthday. So are we ready? Are we ready out there? Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right. So, yes, we're going to sit here for 30 painful seconds. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, super, super fun game. Pretty linear game. We got to explore all the kingdoms. The any % run is going to be getting the bare minimum amount of moons that we can possibly get in the game as we progress our way to the finale, which is in the Moon Kingdom. Very intense platforming, lots of really cool tricks. I'm very excited. The first part is always the most nerve-wracking part, but once we're past that, it's smooth sailing, and we're going to have a good time. So we're just about 5 seconds away. Fur, you can count us down.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I just want to comment and say we are $110 away from nipple % run. This is the last chance.
All right. So Mario games are quirky, and they always like to use the things that Nintendo puts in the game that nobody really wants to use. So there's going to be a lot of me shaking the controller, and it's going to look a little bit weird, but trust me, it's fast, so I have to do it. We have been shrouded in darkness. It's okay, we're setting the mood for Cap Kingdom.
That's true.
So the fastest way to roll, or the fastest way to move in this game is to be rolling around, so that's what you're going to be seeing me do. And first is Cap Kingdom. We don't collect any moons here, because this is supposed to be like the tutorial level. You know, you're supposed to learn how to use Cappy, move around, jump around, all that stuff. Doesn't mean that there aren't a couple tricks up my sleeve for this kingdom. And we're going to encounter our first capture right here, the frog, everybody's favorite.
He's a good guy.
He's a very good guy, very good being. We love them. And then doing little zigzaggy lines. Fur, maybe you can explain why that is.
Yeah, the zigzaggy lines are just sort of a consequence of the Mario Odyssey movement engine. When you're just traveling in the air at an angle, the game likes to speed you up a bit more than if you're just going straight forward.
That's right.
It lets you do little bits of movement like that, just a tiny bit faster.
I'm gonna just take care of Topper really fast like that. Kingdom down, boss down, cascade time.
Let's go.
Yahoo! So, I don't know if there are any Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning fans in the audience that maybe saw the GDQ runs of the past. Maybe a round of applause back there if you have. Okay. Then you will know that there is a bit of a history, a bit of a tradition for when we collect moons in this game. I'm going to leave it up to the people who clapped just now to carry on that tradition here, all right?
Oh, man.
Everybody will learn very quickly what it is, I'm sure. All right, so here we are in Cascade. You'll notice that there's 5 hollowed out circles in the top left corner. That's kind of our guide. That's how many moons we need to leave this kingdom and move on to the next one. So this first moon we're going to collect because it's mandatory. In previous, if you're watching at home and you're like, but wait, I know you can skip this one. I saw Small Ant do it once. Unfortunately, we're playing on a version of the game that loads a little bit faster and is therefore completely faster, but it doesn't let us skip this moon, so we do have to get it.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go for something here. If I miss it, I'm going to lose quite a bit of time, but it's always flashy when I'm able to pull it off, so we'll give it a shot. First try, baby. Let's go.
There we go.
That's what we love to see. That's what we call Dino Skip Skip. The name's a bit weird. Maybe you can explain it, Fur.
Yeah, there used to be a trick called Dino Skip, and then speedrunners started skipping Dino Skip, so now we call it Dino Skip Skip, basically.
That's right.
It's pretty straightforward. It makes perfect sense.
Yes. The Super Mario Odyssey community is infamous for coming up with very good names for their tricks.
It's true. We
You know,
really are.
It's just a speedrunning trope. And then easy boss fight. I know exactly the distance I need to stand so that she doesn't chase me around the arena. I can just pull back and fire the chain chomp into her face right away. But the very important thing, actually there is one more trick before we should get into too much of the description of why it was important that I got that DSS first try. Remember when we were at the beginning of the game and I had to set the timer for a specific day at a specific time? Well, I was basically racing the clock. I needed to get to Sand Kingdom within a margin of error of about 10 seconds. If I missed that trick, I would have lost about that much. So it's actually really, really good that I got that trick on the first try because it's going to make everything work out when we get to Sand. But there is one more thing that maybe you can explain for that's coming up right here.
It's coming up right here.
I'm going to be jumping into an alcove and doing a little thing.
Oh, chest clip.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So Dangerous is going to be doing a little trick here called a moon clip. And if I'm remembering correctly, he's going to throw his cap just at the right time, and that's going to clip him out of bounds. Oh!
I got robbed.
So close. You did get robbed. It looks like you had that.
I thought I did too. Yeah, it must
Yeah.
have just been too center or something. But
Yeah.
the idea is that when you're in the moon cutscene, like grab animation, you can like manipulate your position to push yourself through walls and through ceilings if they're close enough. When the cutscene ends, you can continue your movement past them. That was attempt 1 of, we're going to do 3 in this run. So hopefully we get the other ones. The other ones are a little bit more important too. So we're hoping that we can make that work. But don't worry, I'm still got on time for the trick that I was talking about. So that's coming up right away here.
Awesome.
If I can chime in real quick, we have just passed $6,000 donated. Not only that, but with the most recent donation, we are past the incentive for bonus nipple percent run.
Let's go.
This feels a little timely. We also had a $36.21 donation from Jasper the Purple Durg that says, shout-outs from the third row. Good luck on the run, Dangers, and best of luck on that 2DSS you just did.
Thank you. All right, so now we're in the Sand Kingdom. We were racing against time. Maybe you can explain why.
Well, it's for DSS, right?
For DSTA?
DSTA.
Yeah. There's so many
Everything
Ds.
starts with DS, but yeah. So Dangerous is planting the seed here, and that's why we set our clock at the very beginning of the game to that specific date and time. Because right about, is it now or in the next loading zone?
Like right now.
Yeah, right about now, the game is kicking in daylight savings time. So the Switch's clock just jumped forward an hour. So that plant is grown immediately, basically.
Yes, and it usually takes 20 minutes. I can see that the audience is finally cued in on the thing I was talking about, the good memes. But yes, that plant is supposed to take 20 real-time minutes to grow, but we manipulate that by using daylight savings time. So the game thinks that we progressed forward an hour because the Switch has, which means it grows automatically. Now, Sand Kingdom is the first kingdom that like really opens up. There's a lot of moons that we can collect here, a lot of like different options for like what we can do, the moons that we can collect. So it's a super fun one to move around in, and there are a lot of really quirky tricks that I'm going to be doing. So they're going to be coming pretty rapid fire at you as well. So I'm going to leave most of the commentary to you for that, I think. First one is Dram. You want to explain Dram?
Yes. Dram is a classic, named after the speedrunner Dram, who sort of pioneered the idea and didn't want the trick named after him. We sure listened to that. But basically what Dangerous is going to be doing up here is he is going to be throwing Cappy up towards a bullet bill that is going to spawn, and he's going to have around, I think, about 2 seconds to grab this moon and then home Cappy back into the bullet bill to do that. Just right away.
Yeah, so I was able to get basically use the same bullet bill to warp myself back up. I'm just going to go catch him again as well so that he can launch me all the way over here. Now, we did reveal that moon from the one crate, and then I just left it behind, but don't worry, we're coming back for that in a second.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Heck yes. We have a $30 donation from Radicoon that says, $2 for every death, as promised, Bberg7. We have a $20 donation from Sukiya that says, good luck, Dangers, on your run. Fastest bird I know. Much love from your community, and let's see those nipples. Oh, and in new Donker speak,
What?
we have a $50 anonymous donation with no comment, but thank you so much for your contribution. And we have a $100 donation from Anonymous saying, have you considered seeing more Super Mario Odyssey? That's what I thought. Love you, Dangers.
Love you too. All right, so we're just going to use that platform to push us through a wall. As you do, you know.
As you do.
Just speedrunner things. This is one of the most recently discovered tricks. The world record for this game is just under 57 minutes now by Tyrone18. We make the joke all the time, but he genuinely is the best person at this game, bar none. Nobody can really come close to him, really. But he was able to push the game down to limits that we had never even thought possible, maybe even 2 years ago. So pretty crazy stuff. If you really like watching Super Mario Odyssey speedruns, if you think the movement's really cool, go check him out. He's always streaming this game. He basically is this game. So yeah, that was the trick that was discovered that kind of helped him break that minute barrier. And we're already talking about sub 56 now. He's implementing stuff that's okay, we're looking at the next minute already. So he's pretty wild. But that's Sand Kingdom. It was actually pretty smooth, all things considered.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I got my dram. I got my platform clip.
Getting it all.
That's right. And now we get to choose kingdoms. It's going to make us pick between Lake Kingdom or Wooded Kingdom. It doesn't really matter which one we pick, because in the grand scheme of things, we just need to do every kingdom once. So I'm just going to mash through and pick Lake first. Lake is a small kingdom, but it's one of my favorites, I think, just because, the moons come quick. We do have time for some more donations if there happen to be any over there.
We have plenty coming in. Thank you guys so much. We have $25 from Prism Lizard 164 saying, donating for a silly meme run to get more marathon in the marathon. We have a $10 donation from Karis saying, congrats on the first Fastest Furs live event. Let's get a shout out for the iguana upstairs.
Woo!
We have a $10 donation from Anonymous that says, what's a Furby? And we have a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, it's Dangers! So
Hi.
excited for this run and happy to see you here.
I'm happy to be here. All right, what are we going to do here for?
We're going to be doing a lake clip. So there's a little tiny seam in this wall that Dangers has to clip through. And then he's going to do a little bit of fancy movement here to throw Cappy up and hit a checkpoint so we can get to a moon that we're not even supposed to be able to access at this point in the game.
That's right. Did a little up throw there as well. You might have heard the little victory whistle. That's because we grabbed a checkpoint. We can use that checkpoint. We can just warp directly to this checkpoint for another free moon up here. It never gets old. Oh, okay. I bumped my face. That'll happen, I guess.
Guess so, yeah.
All right. Yeah, Lake Clip is the one kind of cool thing that happens in Lake Kingdom here. Lake Kingdom is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Not a lot of difficult things going on. I am going to showcase one more little thing, though, just because it's super fun. This last moon we're going to get is called a secret little room. And you're supposed to go into a little alcove that's in the town and find the secret mermaid. I actually know where she is, and I don't know. I'm going to use just speedrunner things.
Just speedrunner thing.
Talk to her through the wall. I don't need to go into her alcove. It's kind of stinky in there, so
yeah, for sure.
I'll stay out here. And then that's it. Lake Kingdom, just like that. The next kingdom, though, super fun, super based, definitely not scary in any way. Nope,
No
certainly
way.
not. There's definitely not a way to lose 30 seconds in this kingdom.
No, there isn't. No.
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 No, definitely not.
No. I've never lost 30 seconds here.
Not even once.
No.
Probably more, actually. Let's be real. I do love Wooded Kingdom, though. When everything goes right, this is one of the slickest kingdoms. This is one of the funnest ones to play. So hopefully, everything goes right. Same basic idea. This kingdom's huge, though. This is the opposite of White Kingdom. This kingdom's huge. It's very vertical. There's a lot of places to fall down really far. And even worse, there's a secret area that when I played casually, I didn't even know it was there until I was missing like 6 moons or whatever, and it had no idea where they were. You can just jump off the stage and find them. I was like, okay, that's a thing. The first thing I'm going to do, grab this rock, smack the bunny, throw the rocks, smack the rocks. All right, but yes, that trick that we're talking about coming up pretty soon, right, Fur?
Yeah, it is. How confident are you feeling on it?
I think it's probably going to be okay. And if not, we got backup, so.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I failed life up heart skip.
I mean, you've got the coin. You could have.
Yeah, that's only 2 seconds. I said 30. That was only 2, so we're good. But this game is just super fun to move in. Oh, until you do that. Maybe that's not so fun, but.
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, we're so close to the bonus run. Let's get it. Good luck on the run. Let's go, Dangers.
Thank you, Anonymous. All right. So we're going to do Nut Clip here. This is another Moon Clip, similar to the one in Cascade that I missed earlier. That looks good.
That does look good.
Oh,
what?
I missed it. No. Oh, it looked good and everything.
No.
Okay, so the idea was that I was supposed to use that moon to clip through the wall and do a bit of a route that is only possible as a result of clipping through that wall. But I can still kind of come up here, I guess. So we're going to do that. This is part of my backup route here. We can stand on the wall right there. And then over here. And then if you played this game, you know there's supposed to be like some rocket flowers here, but you can actually just kind of run up the wall like that. So we're going to. And then grab this moon. We do have to remember to get the story moon, though, as a backup.
Okay.
And then we come down here. Bonk on the nut like that. Lots of nuts in this kingdom. We do have a couple more donations, I think. We've got some time.
Sure thing. We have a $20 donation from Brule Dragon that says, thank you, Dangers, for running this, and thank you, Sean Shiplock, for hosting this. I've never been to a speedrunning event before like AGDQ, so having something like this happening at FWA is really cool. Keep being awesome, Brule. Thank you, Brule Dragon.
Thank you, Brule.
We have a $50 donation from a familiar Biff the Moose saying, good luck, Dangers! Woohoo!
Wahoo!
And we have a $35 donation from Pura saying, oh my god, I didn't know Fur was here. Hi! Seriously, I love your Odyssey vids. We know you're the best at hide and seek.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Hi. First, you can't do this to me.
Yeah, I can. You're welcome. Here at Fastest Furs.
Fast. Oh my god.
All right. Flower Road skip time. There is a Flower Road over there, but it's stinky and I don't want it. So we can just kind of jump across. Again, a very vertical kingdom. It's very fun to move around in. Everything goes right. It feels really good. And again, another Flower Road that we don't need. We're just going to skip it. And, whoa! Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. What's your favorite kingdom in this game, Fur?
I get asked that question every single day.
Probably every day, yeah.
I feel like if we're talking...
It depends, right?
Yeah, it depends. I feel like if we're talking something like the any percent speed run, I feel like in terms of all the cool stuff you do, probably Moon Kingdom right now.
Oh.
Because there's just so many different, I feel like, things that have changed over time since I started originally speedrunning this game back in like late 2017.
Right.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
I gotta say Luncheon. I think Luncheon is my favorite kingdom, like aesthetically. Maybe not speedrunning, but the way that it just looks.
Luncheon
the theme is
really
good.
cool in the speedrun these days.
Yes,
so.
that is true. You're gonna see why Luncheon is pretty cool later on. It's scary also. Probably the Wooded Kingdom of the late game. Now this room's fun. This room is all on a cycle, so basically if I make one mistake, then the entire run is over. Just kidding, it's not that bad, but... This is a challenge for all of you in the audience now. Do you have the endurance to keep the clapping up the entire run? Okay, I like that. I like that enthusiasm. I love it. Okay, Scary Kingdom out of the way. We did miss Nut Clip, but we did the backups all right. So we lost about 40 seconds over an optimal Wooded Kingdom, unfortunately, but again, it's all for a marathon. We're just showing off what we can. So we're on to Cloud Kingdom. Plenty of time for donations.
We have two more that I can read. We have a $25 donation from Sarth the Snack. There is no comment, but the love is very much felt all the same. Who is that guy? I don't know. Whatever. We have a $25 donation from Anonymous that says, Dangers and Sean, very good burbs. Much love to you both. Go fast. And I want to remind everyone, we do have an open bid war still going. You can still pick the cat model for Stray. We have three choices. It's between Garfield, currently at $6, Minecraft Pig, currently at $10, and Spyro, slightly ahead at $78.21. But that will be open until it's time for that run to start, so please continue to get those donations in.
All right. So Cloud Kingdom is our first interaction with my death. Sorry, Bowser. We just gotta get up right in his face, get the cap as fast as we can. I'm gonna come over here, do a little detour, because there's a little hidden 8-bit Luigi in the ground. And that gives us 200 coins, which we're gonna use for some moons later. Then we do the same thing. Come back around. I'm kind of punching him to the side. It didn't work that time, unfortunately, but you'll see that he like jumps a couple platforms over every time he does this cycle. If I can get him to jump one, then I save some time. You know what? We were talking about favorite kingdoms, right? Yeah. I think Luncheon's my favorite aesthetic kingdom. I think it's the way that it looks. I think it's cool that it's disguised as like a lava level.
Yeah.
When it comes to any percent, though, this upcoming kingdom is probably my favorite. I gotta say. Yeah. It's just so quick. There's so much stuff going on. Can you do like a John Madden play-by-play for me? I know you can't
John Madden.
I know you can't draw on the screen, but you can maybe tell everybody what's going on as it's happening here.
All right. So Dangers is going to be coming up here and jumping on top of the tree. This is going to allow him to skip a little bird that's on the other side of the kingdom called Klepto. Normally he's supposed to steal Dangers' Cappy here, but we don't want that because that is slow and brings us through this whole animation cutscene section that is just unideal, not optimal for the speedrun. So we're just completely avoiding the whole trigger area in the kingdom for that as Dangers goes around and collects moons. In a moment here, you're going to see him hopping across this little cliff on the side over to a group of butterflies to get another moon. And then another here in this tree. So in a moment, Dangers is going to be running directly into Klepto, and this is going to essentially delete that whole trigger zone we were talking about earlier that would cause Klepto to steal Cappy from Dangers. So now we have full reign of the kingdom to get these last 4 moons, which we're going to be doing one here. This is actually a really difficult bit of movement. Dangers threw Cappy at the Trapedal and is going to manipulate the Trapedal to hit that block. It is very precise to get another moon. And with that, there are only 2 moons left. One is going to be another Trapedal here.
Oh.
No! Oh.
That's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to try that again.
You've got it this time.
Okay, we got to just kind of line them up like we're supposed to. Like we're playing the game casually here. Got it. All right. I just forgot to duck. That was my problem. You'd think being a bird I'd know about ducking, but nope, unfortunately not. All right, then we're going to come out from underneath the bridge just like that, and that is Lost Kingdom. Pretty clean, aside from, you know, the not ducking part. Yeah, you know, that happens. But yeah, it's super fast, super quick. Everything happens in the blink of an eye. just about every single moon in the kingdom is like fancy movement. It's just so much fun. So, and now on to Metro.
Yeah.
I think Metro Kingdom was like the first kingdom that they showed footage of when they were like announcing this game. And it freaked everybody out because they were like, wait, what the heck is Mario doing with all these like real people? What's going on here?
He's just having a good time.
They're just having a good time. They're vibing in Donk City.
Yeah.
It's when I stream this in my Twitch stream, we have like a little incentive or like a little redeemable that like just fires off one of the voice lines of the Donkers because I think it's just so silly.
Which voice line is it?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
What's your favorite voice line then?
Oh boy. Oh, there's so many.
Can you verbalize and give us an example?
I just picked me phone. Oh, that's not how you do that. Hold on a second, Mario. There we go. So this whole nighttime portion, you're supposed to like traverse the streets on your way to City Hall, but you can kind of just jump on the roof and avoid most everything that's going on down there. And again, hop the rooftops here. Use that Goomba. Sorry, Goomba. There's a lot of Goomba abuse in this run.
It's not very nice of you.
It's not very nice, but if we didn't go so fast using them, then I wouldn't have to do it. You know what I mean?
I guess that's a fair point.
Speaking of which, here's more Goomba abuse.
Oh no. That movement is always so good.
I do. Every time I do it, even now, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty confident in it, but when I do it, I'm just like, yeah, I feel pretty cool.
Like, even when Dangerous isn't necessarily doing like some absurd, crazy trick, there's just so much very clean and satisfying movement you will see in this run. That is the result of just like years of speedrunners pouring so much time into this game.
Oh yeah, this
like,
community is very dedicated.
Yeah. Like, so much of this stuff is not movement people were doing, like, years ago.
That's right. And so many people in the community have just kind of, like, taken it upon themselves to optimize the game in so many different ways. Lots of, like, trick hunters that, understand how the game is quirked and, like, find all the cracks, all the holes in the game that we can then exploit to our benefit. And then the people who just, like, spend countless hours just doing the same thing over and over again to make it look as perfect as it possibly can. There's a lot of effort that goes into it. Lots of resources for this game. Is really good. So this fight here is a mandatory fight. Unfortunately, there's not enough moons in Metro Kingdom for us to just stay in the nighttime. We have to try and go to the day part. So we do have to do this boss. This second phase, we got like maybe the worst pattern in the whole game. Basically, I'm trying to go for a 2 cycle here, which we were able to do pretty well, pretty easy. The hitboxes on those things, they tend to be kind of finicky, so if you end up missing one, it can be a little bit of a problem, but we got it done. No problem, no problem, no problem. All right. Now, the ultimate test. How do you guys clap for this one? I'm not going to give you any hints. I'm just going to sit here and drink my water. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Beautiful.
Sounded like the rain hitting the pavement.
It did. I think you're right. All right. We got some time for donations if you got any.
We have one new donation I can read. We've got a $20 donation from Shadow that says, "Bird up. You're awesome, Dangers."
Bird up. Thanks, Shadow. All right. This is another one of those dram strategies that we were talking about. Leaving Cappy behind so that he can capture the pylon and we can get on our way. Now, explain this one here.
So this is Scooter Clip. Dangerous is going to tilt his controller slightly, and that's going to let Mario grab that moon. You might think I'm lying, that he doesn't need to tilt his controller, but he does, because they programmed motion controls on the scooter for some reason.
Yes. It's like a quirky little thing that they don't really tell you about. I remember when you play this game with Joy-Cons, right?
Yeah.
So when you play this game with Joy-Cons, there's actually like a couple of videos of you doing it in marathons.
I do it like this.
You play air guitar when you do it.
You only need to do it with one controller, too, so the fact that I'm holding it like this is just completely redundant. It doesn't do anything extra. It's just what I do.
It's just muscle memory at this point,
yeah.
So Metro Kingdom is a huge kingdom, sprawling kingdom. There's lots of sub-areas. We're going to be going into a couple because they are pretty fast. But there is also a lot of collection. We're going to do some slots, some gambling as well.
Yeah.
Definitely RNG, this thing that's about to happen right here.
Oh, that was really lucky.
Thank goodness. I could have had to do that again. Waste time. No, we're good.
Perfect RNG.
All right. So upcoming sub area. Are you ready for John Madden 2.0?
John Madden 2.0. In this sub area? Oh no.
So we're going against the cycle, right?
We're going against the cycle, yeah. With the bullet bill. I'm not as familiar with this one. I just know Danger's is trying to get through this room as quickly as possible because one of those bullet bills that is spawning in the background is the one he wants to capture because it is at the right height, and hopefully he can get it here with the up throw. Ooh.
I got rejected.
You did get rejected. That is so sad. Fortunately, it's not a huge time loss because you can just jump up over here and get the
Yeah, there's a pretty clean little backup that I can do there. Didn't lose too much time. Now we're going to warp all the way back up to the top of the City Hall. This is a really important checkpoint for us to get because there's some moons that we can get over here. Oh! Ooh, good save, good save, good save. We can get from here.
Can I read a quick donation?
Absolutely, please do.
Brosentia209 donates $20 and says, "This is why plumbers give a 9-hour window for when they'll show up. Shaking my head, my apartment is flooding. Where are you?"
Sorry, I gotta go to the moon and save a princess first.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to that little leak in a minute. All right. There we go. We're up here. All the way up at the top of the kingdom. And we're just going to dive all the way back down. And Metro Kingdom is almost done here. We just got to collect a couple more moons. One more sub area as well. Nice, nice, nice. Right in the door. Bullseye. Yeah, so this is one of those rooms that, like, the world record holder is doing way different than everybody else. It's a crazy strat they do where they do these moons in reverse. You can, like, just barely grab one of these swinging poles from the bottom. Like, you can do, like, a triple jump and crazy stuff to get all the way up here. Saves, like, 0.5 seconds, though. Like, that's the level of, like, optimization. Like I'm saying, this is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to toot my own horn. I think I'm pretty good at this game, but some stuff that Tyrone does... Oh boy, it's like another level.
He is just a different breed.
Yes. That is the halfway point of the run, basically. This is Metro Kingdom here. And I think all of the kingdoms past this point are very unique in their own ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones coming up.
A lot of cool ones, a lot of cool tricks, a lot of silly tricks.
Coming up snow first, yeah?
We go snow first, we mash our way through. Now, I think that Snow Kingdom wasn't designed very well for speedrunning purposes because the story wants you to, like, go into the little town. There's not very many moons strewn about until you, like, complete the story part, so we don't have very many options. But we're going to make do with what we have, and we're actually going to make some options for ourselves as well that we're not actually supposed to access until way later, but, you know, just speedrunner things, I guess.
Speedrunner things.
The first thing we're going to go do is say hi to Captain Toad.
I love that guy.
I love that guy too. He's a great lad.
Yeah, such a fun guy.
Yoo-hoo! Hi! Speaking of things to love, can I let you know that we just passed $6,500?
Whoa! That's huge.
Thanks in part to a $200 donation from Rotim that says, FWA, let's go. Keep it up, Dangers.
Woo!
What's up, Sean? Love ya. Mwah. Love you too. Live fast as furs and tell Sarth I love him too. That's kind of heartwarming, bro. I'm sorry.
We're gonna need the warm because we're in the cold kingdom, you know. So we're gonna do our third moon clip of the run. Well, I mean our first technically, if we can get it. This one doesn't save as much time, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a win for sure. So I'm just going to clip out of bounds there. And then we can just avoid going down the hallway completely and into the door from the outside. Here's another, I guess this is a sub area, sort of. It's on a cycle as well. And then I'm going to do something a bit weird. I'm going to leave one Spiny alive. Why is that, Fur?
So basically,
Just kidding. I didn't do it. But you can still explain why I would.
Yeah. So the camera for the moon spawning has to pan to Mario and to the moon and like to back basically. And if you are closer to where the moon spawns when you kill the last Spiny, the animation is a bit shorter and saves a tiny bit of time.
Yeah, the camera has less to pan. The more keen observers out there probably notice that I've been like snapping the camera into first person sometimes for pretty much the same reason.
Yeah.
Just a little, just baby time saves here and there. They're pretty much free to do, so. All right, more Goomba abuse. Actually, they're going to help out this time. We're not going to kill them. We're going to use them. Not too bad RNG there, I'd say. Create a little stack. Yeah, and like Fur was saying, just like slick movement all around, like that little triple jump to get across the way like that, on the ice and everything. A lot trickier than it looks, I promise you. But, thousands of hours of practice will do something like that, right? So.
It's funny to know. That's one of the only... Is that the only room in 80% with ice in it?
This one?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think now that you mention it, that is kind of weird, huh? So we're gonna we buy 3 moons in this run. We bought one in Wooded Kingdom. We're gonna buy one here. Now we're gonna go back to the Odyssey, but you'll notice we're a moon short. That's okay. I'm gonna kind of conjure one up. We're not supposed to be able to reach this one, but with a very well-timed jump, we should be able to make it happen. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy trick every time.
You could see Dangers was taking advantage of that like vectoring thing we were talking about at the very beginning of the run, where they were, instead of going like a direct angle to the little island that had the moon on it, they actually like angled themselves like away from it a bit so they could curve through the air and get that like extra bit of speed and distance to make the jump.
Every little bit counts, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, vectoring is really important if you want to do some like top level stuff. That's snow, so we're going to go from cold to hot now and go into Seaside Kingdom. This kingdom is really fun. We're going to be going out of bounds twice, at least we're going to try, because it's a very broken place, as it turns out. So, super fun. But as we're transitioning, we got any more donations there?
It doesn't look like we have any new donations, but we do still have that open bid war for Stray to pick the character model. Minecraft Pig is still at $10. Garfield has jumped up to $26. Spyro is still at $78. Once again, this will remain open until the Stray run begins, so please get those donations in. You have something to apply them to.
All right. Getting up the cliff in a way you're probably not supposed to. That's okay. So Seaside split up into kind of 2 parts. The first part is this on-land section. We're just kind of scouring the beach, collecting some of the fast moons. But then we're going to transition going into the ocean and take a fish and do some pretty crazy stuff with the fish.
Yeah, we are.
First, we're going to bonk over that ledge.
That was important, though.
Yeah, that was RNG minute for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what's the first thing we're going to do here? We're going to get out of bounds twice. So the first thing...
Oh, I feel like I'm being quizzed here. The Seaside route has changed so much since I ran 80%. But if I were to guess correctly, we're going to be doing chest clip with the fish.
That's right.
That is correct.
A treasure chest and this fish hold the secrets to breaking a children's video game. Let's see if I can do it. No, I did not. So the idea is that when that chest opened, if I had really good timing, I would have been able to use the chest to push myself out of bounds. Basically, the back of the chest just kind of clips the fish out of bounds. And I would have been able to kind of swim directly across and grab this moon without having to go through this little alcove. So we lost about 6 seconds, but nothing too big. We're definitely going to be going out of bounds again, though.
We are.
So don't worry about that. You will see what the outside of Seaside Kingdom looks like, I promise. We just got to go along and grab a couple more moons here. Dory's got one for us. Dory sounds like my cat, which I always find very cute. So I think when this trick was discovered, you were one of the very first people to come up with like a video for it. So why don't you go ahead?
I made a video tutorial. It was one of the first things I think I edited.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, so we do a little thing called boundary. I forget exactly what it's called, but basically Dangerous placed the Cheep Cheep on the edge of Seaside Kingdom and left that little boundary. And that basically let him travel a little bit further than he's supposed to, because instead of like it being a wall, it tries to push you. So that just lets him find this little seam where he can clip through. That's
right.
Like the general gist of it.
Yeah, and once you're out of bound, you can do all sorts of like crazy stuff. We went into the Sphinx room from the back. It's funny, the Sphinx shows up a couple of times in any percent, and we use the Sphinx completely wrong every single time we encounter him. So that's Seaside Kingdom. Now the next kingdom is one of my favorites when everything goes right, and one of my biggest nightmares when everything goes wrong. So let's talk about Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon Kingdom is a pretty progressional kingdom. Like when you do a story element in Luncheon Kingdom, it progresses forward and the kingdom completely changes its appearance and like what you're able to access and stuff like that. The any percent speedrun does none of that. The any percent speedrun avoids all of the story components of the run completely. So the kingdom is in a bit of disarray because it hasn't been allowed to progress. So there's going to be a lot of things missing and a lot of things that don't work. But that just makes for an even greater showcase, in my opinion. So hopefully I'm able to do it all right.
We have a $58 donation from Radicoon Dangers that says, I thought you didn't play Fall Guys anymore.
Yes, this was actually the beta test for Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout for my personal computer. So I've been practicing years before Fall Guys even came out, actually. Thank you, Radicoon, for the big donation. So what are we going to do here first?
So normally what you would be doing here is you'd be going to fight Spewer, but instead Dangers is going to be jumping around the arena to avoid the fight completely.
That's really, really hard to do, by the way.
Yeah, that is very precise. Yeah, basically boss fight slow, so we don't want to do it.
Yes. Boss fight slow, we don't want to do it. All of the story stuff comes with like cutscenes and stuff. Cutscenes you can't really optimize, right? But you can optimize movement. So if you can replace the cutscenes... Whoa, where are you going, Marty? If you can replace the cutscenes with movement, then you're doing something right. You can optimize it. You can go faster. Yeah. But you'll notice now that, like, yeah, the kingdom is, like, kind of confused. Doesn't know what's going on. It'll be more apparent as we kind of progress through here, but... yeah, so we've skipped the story stuff. If I had stepped foot in that big rectangle at all... then the boss fight would have started and I'd be in some trouble, so...
Yeah.
But this is just the beginning. There's a lot of kind of kooky stuff going on in this kingdom, so... And yeah, as a result of the kingdom being kind of incomplete, we're going to do some stuff that you might think looks slow, like going into the slot room there. But I assure you, there's not very many options when the kingdom is this broken. For example, there's supposed to be some Potoboos or something around here, aren't there?
Yeah, there are, but they're just not here. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, gotta be careful. I gotta maneuver through the lava without the Potoboos. So we have to get to that platform that's out in the distance there. I don't have Potoboos to do it though, so I gotta be kind of clever. I can use Cappy like that to get across the way like that.
There we go.
I love this sub area, by the way.
It's just fun.
Yes. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I love this sub area. Not done yet, though. Got the other moon to get as well. I'm pretty notorious for bonking on there, so I'm glad I didn't do that on the big stage where everybody can laugh at me. All right, we got to get across some more lava, so I'm going to do more weird stuff here.
You scared me there.
Even Fur didn't know what I was doing. Let's go.
Well, no, I knew what you were doing. I just saw Cappy disappear, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take this turnip. We actually get to do cooking in the any percent speedrun, which is pretty cool.
Let's go.
And it used to just be a one turnip stew, but we actually get to do 2 turnips now. Oh, well, maybe. There we go. And probably the scariest jump in this kingdom is coming up pretty shortly here. So if you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to need all your bless emojis that you have handy. And we're going to do a little bit more shopping, because why not?
Let's go.
Shopping!
Chat is absolutely covering the wall in bless emojis right now.
Good. This is what we need. I need the energy. I can feel the energy. So, we were talking about how this kingdom's really incomplete, right, Fur? You want to explain what's going to happen here?
Yeah, so basically, because Dangers didn't do that first boss fight, he cannot progress the story, but we still need to be able to get more moons so we can, you know, leave the kingdom. So normally in this area Dangers is coming up to, you'd be able to grab a moon in that little box and you'd get all these platforms to come up. But since they aren't going to come up, Dangers has to do this really hard jump where he's going to hit an invisible block to get across over to this area where he can get a few more moons.
Yeah, that jump is really scary. I'm glad I got it on the first try.
Yeah, that was good.
And then just a couple more moons. We're going to go into this little sub-area over here as well.
Do we have time for a donation or two?
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from the History Chick that says, "Good luck, Dangers, with the run. Your community is cheering you on." As the donks would say, I just teglifon.
I just teglifon.
We also have a $25 donation from Pura that says, "I just thought of it, of course. Fur is at a furry convention."
It's all coming together, Fur.
I don't know how I like this.
Anyways, loving the run. Odyssey is my favorite speed run to watch. Thank you, Pura.
All right. Just one more moon that we can get. It's just conveniently placed right behind the Odyssey here. Do a little timer challenge and a leap of faith. It's always fun kind of introducing people to that, and they're like, "Where are you going?" And then the timer challenge appears, so it catches us.
Yeah.
Now we get to go to the best kingdom in the whole run, the most exciting one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't you agree?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong about that. Let me check my notes.
Take your notes.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is the most boring kingdom. Okay. Really cool concept, though, putting a Dark Souls boss in a Mario game. Who would have thought? Is Spyro still winning, by the way?
He is by a pretty healthy margin. Second place Garfield is at 36. Spyro is currently at $157. No, I'm sorry, $271.21.
Yeah, so you guys are incentivizing Spyro so much he's about to make a cameo appearance actually in this game ahead of schedule, which is really exciting. So thank you guys for that. Yeah, we're memeing all over this boss because it's basically an auto-scroller for us. There's not a whole lot that really needs to be said about it. We are going to be taking a little bit of damage to get up on the top of the boss's head a little bit early, but otherwise we just get to mess around with Captain Toad for a bit.
Yeah. What a cute little guy.
Good time for a donation string then?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, we've got
for it.
several to get through. We have a $21 donation from Zeus Pegasus 13 that says, "First time in FWA. I'm from Orlando, so shout out to my other Florida furs at the con. It's super cool to witness a speedrun event live. Dangers here is amazing. Keep up the great runs. And as my favorite gaming mascot has said, gotta go fast." Sorry, fat plumber guy. We have a $25 donation from Anonymous that says, "Everything is better when bigger, right? Let's make the donations number bigger." We have a $19 donation from Sinra that goes, my favorite plumber, Martio.
That's the guy.
It is him.
We have a $25 donation from Arkanox that says, "So hyped that Fastest Furs has raised so much money for charity. This weekend has been a blast." And finally, we have a $64 donation from Gala that says, "These animals are so good at Mario. Good luck, Bird. You got this."
Thank you, Gala.
Just want to let everyone know, with all those donations, we are now less than $200 away from hitting the big 7K. Can we do it before the end of this run?
I believe. That's easy. Easy. No problem. All right. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. So nice it's happening twice. Okay, no more donations. That's it.
Yeah,
Accepting
All right.
$10,000
Next
increments.
up is 69,420. We got to get there.
There you go. That's the one. All right. So now we are in the home stretch. We're in the end of the game now. Only 2 kingdoms, spoiler alert, remain. The game does try to trick us when we go to Bowser's Kingdom. Those little hollowed out circles you've been seeing in the top left corner of the screen are not going to be there. If you're following along with the story, the game kind of tricks you into thinking this is where the big showdown's going to be, and then surprise, the moon is important. It's been there the whole game. I don't know if you noticed. We're going to go there. So Bowser's Kingdom is actually our second last stop, but I really like it. It kind of reminds me of Galaxy in a way.
I definitely get what you're saying there. Like,
Yeah.
the more sort of like linear structure with the kingdom. Like,
That's right.
there isn't much Dangers can do here to like skip stuff like we were in Luncheon. We pretty much are forced down this path of getting a set of story moons to finish the kingdom, and we have to collect a couple extra moons along the way too. But other than that, it's just a generally very linear progression.
That's right. Instead of those warp stars, we have these pylons, these electrical pylons that kind of take us from place to place. So it's a very linear kind of progression. First thing we're going to do is jump on this ogre's head. There we go. And make a pizza. He'd make it a pizza.
That is so true.
Do we have time for one quick donation?
Yes, slip it in.
Brosentia226 donates another $20. I hope he'll forgive me doing this with an accent. It just feels right.
Here we go.
Where are you, Mario? The apartment is flooding. My cactus is underwater. My cactus. The cat is swimming and doesn't mind it, and I don't understand, but I'm so giving you 1 star if you don't get here now.
I love that.
Give us like 12 minutes.
All right, here we go. So this is a mandatory moon that we have to get here. We're going to be collecting all the shards. This is one of my favorite pieces of movement in the whole game.
By the way, we just hit $7,000.
Let's go!
I should also mention Garfield is making a comeback. Spyro's at 296, but Garfield's up to 228.
Ooh, okay. People love the Lilizon cat. What can you say? Making a comeback.
He's a good cat.
Leave Spyro in the ruined kingdom where he belongs.
He hates Mondays so much, he wants it to go as slowly as possible.
That's right. Continue the marathon as much as possible. All right, we're going to do another Dram strat here.
This is a difficult one.
Yes. That dive has to be pretty tight,
Hey!
but we made it work. And no souvenirs, please. We don't have time for those. Now, these upcoming bosses, we've not faced Harriet yet, because we didn't do any of the story, because the story's slow. But we are going to be facing off against Topper. But first, Harriet. This boss does have some pretty cool stuff, so why don't you explain it for us?
Dangerous is going to be doing a strat called Sar Bomba, where he's going to be hitting both the bombs back at Harriet in that first phase. And that that second bomb is going to get basically frozen in the air, so Dangerous doesn't even have to wait for her to throw a second set of bombs in phase 2. And then in phase 3, we're just going to do a pretty typical fast strat here. He's going to set up a camera angle so he can throw Cappy and just knock back the bomb immediately as it's thrown.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Blow up the Bowser statue, and then it's Topper. Here we go. John Madden, you ready?
Am I ready? I mean, you're just jumping on his head. What do you want me to say?
That's perfect. You nailed it.
Thank you. I'm glad I could be here. There you go.
Pretty simple. He just has more hats than last time, so the strats have to be adjusted slightly. But that is our last story moon before we get to the kind of grand finale of this kingdom, which is arguably one of the snazziest things to watch in the run as well. One of my favorites. We do have to grab one more moon along the way. I think they got the timing down on the story moons now. This is going well. This is nice.
You think they're going to handle it for the next multi-moon, though?
We can sure hope so. We can sure hope so. All right. So like I said, we just got to make a quick detour before we make our way up to the top of the kingdom. So I'm going to go around the back side here. Grab this one.
It's so fascinating to me that it's actually faster to just jump out like that instead of going through the pipe.
Right. Another kind of recent development, I suppose. And I'm very, very happy. The reason I speedrun this game is because you get to play as a bird. Just saying.
It all makes sense now.
Fur's like, oh, I'm putting the pieces together.
Oh my god.
Funny enough, this boss fight is supposed to use the bird, and we're not going to do that. John Madden, are you ready?
I thought he was the reason you speedrun this game.
Yeah, it is, but not here.
Not
we
here.
can't do it here.
All right, so Dangerous is going to be jumping up on the mech, so he can skip on waiting for the bird, and then he's going to do a ground pound on the first bubble there, and basically it'll push him back twice, and he's going to just use his cat bounces to jump back on it, and then get a second hit, and while he's getting like pushed away again and getting back on, he's going to be entering this like middle phase of the fight where all of these bubbles are invulnerable, so Dangerous cannot hit the mech right now. But he's going to be standing on one side of it, so it runs into the wall twice, because that's how that middle phase works. It just waits to go into the wall twice. He's going to be hitting the third one on the top here, and then he's going to be setting himself up in a specific spot so that he can do a little fast. Oh!
I missed my spin pound.
So close.
The goal, of course, of this fight is to make sure that you stay on top and you don't have to fall down at all. So
Yeah.
I suppose you get a little bit of a taste of what the fight is supposed to look like. You know, you're supposed to be waiting here. All these bombs that you're seeing the mech throw at me, we're supposed to be like kind of pecking them back at the boss, breaking the legs, and then using that to climb back up. But, you know, just a couple of seconds off there, we got the job done. So. Yeah, very snazzy fight. One of the coolest things in the run, in my opinion, and it saves so much time over doing it the casual way. It's like almost unrecognizable compared to the casual way. And that is Bowser's Kingdom. We only got one more left, and you were saying it's your favorite one.
Oh, Moon Kingdom.
That's right.
I thought you were saying Bowser's is my favorite. I was like, I don't remember saying that.
I'd be surprised if anybody's favorite was Bowser's.
Yeah. Okay, that was decent.
They kind of squashed them all together a little bit closer.
A little bit.
They're
Better
still,
than the first one, though.
Still a little unsure, yeah. Yeah. That was more like a bucket of water than, you know, some raindrops all the way through it. So we'll take it. We'll take it.
I thought it might interest you to know Garfield is now in the lead.
Ooh.
Spyro is sitting at $296, but thanks to a $200 donation by Bahamut X that says, looks like 7K was already met, so here's a start to the next one. Also, Garfield the cat is the best cat, which put our favorite feline at $428.
Let's go. That's very exciting. Can Spyro make a comeback in the next... Well, I guess we do have the nipple percent run to do. So
I think
15.
Minecraft Pig can make a comeback. He's still at 10. That's pretty close.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I like Minecraft.
Do you love Minecraft enough to donate $500 right now?
I don't know if I have that kind of money.
At least you're honest. All right, Moon Kingdom time. Now, we've collected all the moons that we need to get here. This is the grand finale. But there are some pretty quirky things that we're going to do in this kingdom anyways. Starting with something that was found day one.
Yeah. Want me to talk about it?
Please do, yeah.
All
go
right.
for it.
So Dangers is going to be doing a trick called Moon Skip. And basically, the way the game wants you to play this kingdom is like go through this cool little like low gravity section on the moon, and then there's like a cave. You might see it in the background.
Yeah, that one in the back.
That you're supposed to go through, and it's this huge long section with a boss at the end that's really slow. So obviously, right away, speedrunners didn't want to do that, and they found out that you can use this little sphinx that is going to be hiding behind here to jump all the way up to the top with some specific movement. Wonderful.
Just like that.
Yeah, back in the day when that trick was first found, you needed to do 2 wall jumps to get up, but nowadays speedrunners just know how to do it with 1 if they do the like perfect timing of everything.
Exactly, yep. And that kind of brings us to phase 2 of Moon Kingdom, which is our rematch against Bowser. This fight looks very similar to the way that it does in the Cloud Kingdom, except there is a phase in the middle where he's going to throw fire at us. In my opinion, that kind of makes it easier because it gives us more time to like set ourselves up. But otherwise, it's going to be the same. He's also going to swipe his tail at us more. But nothing really to write home about. If you do have some more donations before the end of the run, now would be the perfect time.
We have so many amazing donations. All right.
Excellent.
We have $10 from Blue Skies. Thank you very much for the contribution. We have $25 from Bimdeklis that says, I hope we were ready for an unforgettable luncheon, Kingdom. So many impressive tricks to get in and out before the soup got cold. Way to go and keep it up. We have a $131 donation from Oasis that says, did I get extra nice? We have a $31 donation from JD Puppy that says, 7K hype!
Hype!
We have a $50 donation from Chase saying, been having fun watching all these fastest furs at FWA this weekend. One more kingdom left, so smash through the blocks that bar your way. No time for fear. Just let it all fall away.
Oh my God.
And
They're singing the song.
They are singing the song.
we have a $10 donation from Brasentia104 that goes, Mario, I owe you an apology, darling. My husband turned the hose on and stuck it through the window. I think it's for the insurance money. He said it's all legal, but it'd be better if you just keep this under wraps. I can't wait to see your nipples, hun. You are very attractive.
Thank you, Brusentia. All right. I kind of had a feeling playing through this game that like we were going to be able to capture Bowser at some point. So a dream come true, honestly. Now we get to do a little bit of an escape sequence. One of the hardest but probably coolest tricks is coming up. Considering we're doing pretty good on time, so I'm going to give it like maybe 5 tries.
You won't need 5, you'll get it on the first.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
That's a lot of confidence. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. So there's a 2D section here, but I'm going to try and avoid it. Let's see how I do. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's try it again. Nope, nope, nope. Get up on the wall. Let's go! Let's fucking go! I did the silly thing.
That is so difficult to do.
I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad I got it.
I mean, that was right. 4th try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forced try. That's right.
Try.
Who's counting? Nobody's counting.
Yeah, nobody's counting.
So we are in the home stretch now. All we got to do is blast through the pillars. That last throw was bad here. We're going to use fireballs to smash that first one. We're coming up here. And we're just going around in a circle, basically.
Yeah.
Breaking all these pillars. There is something a little bit weird that can happen after we've broken this 4th pillar. If we happen to throw a fireball at exactly the right time, I can actually kind of like semi-soft lock myself from getting onto the platform in here. So I'm going to make sure I wait. And now all I got to do is swipe away. Woo! We made it. And time is going to stop as soon as you see Bowser shoot out of this wire right here. Time.
There you go.
Woo! Oh, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, that's Super Mario Odyssey in just under an hour and 1 minute. Like I said, this is my first time doing anything at a live speedrun event like this, so a little bit nerve-wracking, but also extremely exciting. Thank you guys so much at Fastest Furs for having me on to do this. It was an awesome, awesome experience, a great honor, especially so close to the end, right before, you know, the fun cat game that we're going to be finishing up with. But we do have one more thing to showcase for you, and that's Mario's breast bolognas. His pectoral pepperonis.
Yeah.
His meaty man mammaries. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that first. Now, Fur, why don't you tell us what this is about?
Why don't I tell?
Yes,
I mean,
somebody's got to, right?
I guess somebody has to. So, speedrunners just sort of like to do things fast.
Yeah.
So at some point, not long after this game came out, people wanted to see how fast they could speedrun getting the boxers to show Mario's nipples. So it became, known as nipple percent. And in spite of it being very much of a meme, people have optimized this category to its absolute death.
Yes. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast people can go and do this. But the main objective is exactly what it sounds like. They put Mario's nipples in the game. I think the category itself is just as old as the game is. Like, as soon as we knew that we could do it, we were like, okay, we got to speed run that. We got to get them out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I love how he gets up with the urgency of someone who just realized they could show their nipples.
Right? It's like, oh my god, I got to go. We're going to load up a new file here. Oh, by the way, we're playing in Chinese because of like menuing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just a speedrunner thing,
Yeah, just a speedrunner thing.
All right, we don't need to do any crazy daylight savings time shenanigans for this one, so I guess I'll just count us in right away. You guys ready back there? All right, from 5, Fur, go ahead.
Oh, you said you were going to count us in.
I did say that. I changed my mind.
All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So, self-explanatory, nipples are out. The real objective of this category is to collect 1,000 coins because it is an outfit that you can purchase from the store. So we need to collect 1,000 coins as fast as we possibly can. Go to the nearest store, buy the boxer shorts, the most expensive boxer shorts in history, and put them on. Yeah. And that is the goal of the category. So it's going to be very short, very sweet, probably take us less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Find it funny you have to pay more money to take off your clothes.
Yeah. And also, I mean, if we're talking like just sheer time, I can blow Mario out of the water getting my shirt off in time. So
that is a fair point.
The routing for this, like Fur said, is actually extremely optimized to the point where, like, if I miss even a single coin, I'm going to be in trouble. And I'll have to find some backups somewhere else.
Yep.
So every coin that you see me get is very, like, it's intentional. I'm going out of my way for absolutely everything that I need and nothing more.
I just want to give everyone a reminder, we are on the last call for the Stray Model Bid War incentive, which will close as soon as the next run begins, if not when this one ends. And it is neck and neck. Spyro is at 438.21. Garfield is in the lead at $458. Get those donations in, because it may be your last chance.
So you might have noticed that I went to the left side the first time, but there are some coins around this way that we need to get. So we're going to go this way. Very good. And we are, well, that heart that popped out, actually, if you're at full health, that heart pops out, you get 5 free coins for that. So we are well over our budget right now, which is really nice. So we can afford to miss a couple if we need to. This category was made a lot faster by some of the updates that are in the game.
Yeah, that is true.
Because before, there wasn't really a way for us to rack up a lot of coins in the early part of the game. But Nintendo started releasing what are called like Luigi hint hearts, and they started revealing them on Twitter. It was like a social media campaign. As soon as 1.2, the update dropped, these hint hearts were in the game, but they didn't have any way of being found until they were announced on Twitter. So we're going to be making use of those. Every time we find one buried in the ground, we get 200 coins for that. So this is going to look very similar to the way that it was in Any Percent. We're going to do the same trick as well, and it's actually kind of imperative that I get DSS. We're not on a time crunch this time, but it does influence the routing. You can clap for the 1 moon that we're going to get, or the 5, I guess. That's
They get another chance at the multi-moon.
That's right. That's true. We do have to do that. Yep. And I get another chance at the chest clip. Hopefully I get that one this time. But yeah, so even if it takes us 40 tries, we're actually going to be trying to go this way. It's not going to take 40 tries. Let's go. Now I'm going to go for a really tricky jump that actually only really exists in this category. Oh, okay. Let me try one more time. If not, I can take a detour. Oh, I need that wall jump. One more try. One more try. Nope, nope, nope. Not like that. Okay, here we'll go. We'll go this way. This is the way that you probably recognize from the other one. We just got to get up on top of that cliff. It's a little bit faster to do it that other way, but it's okay. We can go this way. Now, I have to be very diligent to collect as many coins from this fight as I possibly can as well. So you're going to see me after this next phase go in, try and grab as many as I can. Yeah, we're looking fresh. We're looking good. All right. Let's see if you guys can do it. Let's see how coordinated you can be. I'm counting on you. People are already clapping for some reason. I don't understand.
You're just such a good runner, Danger. They can't help it. Look at how much progress we made as a team in under an hour and a half.
Same as Mario, really. We're all on a journey together. Truly. All right. We've gathered all the coins we need. We just need one more moon, otherwise we can't go to Sand Kingdom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that chest clip again. Or try, anyway.
Chance at redemption.
Yes, right here. No pressure or anything. Oh, I missed it again. I think. Wait.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did. I fell off the chest.
That's so sad.
Me and chests are not friends today. Friendship
But
ended with
Mario's
chest.
chest.
Now, Mario's chest, that's true. My friendship can never end with Mario's breast balonies.
Yeah?
Yeah, never. I will take 8 minutes out of my day every day to gaze upon their splendor. And I will at twitch.tv/dangers. Anytime you want. That's right. That was a segue. Did you see that coming? Did you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming.
Okay.
It was so seamless.
Rate it out of 10 in the Twitch chat. Be nice, or I'll cry. All right. So Sand Kingdom actually has the most out of those little hidden hint tarts. So we're going to get a lot of coins here. There's also a lot of like hidden treasure areas in Sand Kingdom, so we're going to go and activate one of those.
Twitch chat says a unanimous 10 out of 10 for that, except for one who says 7.8, too much water.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. And if you maybe have this game and you didn't know that any of these little secrets were here, well, now you do, I guess. So you can go ahead and get some free coins for yourself. We're going to get that checkpoint because we're going to be warping to it because that's where the shop is. There's one of those hint tarts right there in the corner of the building. Now we have to go all the way out into the middle of nowhere over here. There's a nice little shadow square out in the distance. And if we ground pound the center, we get another one. Now we also have to roll all the way across the desert over this giant dune. And yes, I know this seems like a lot of empty space, but trust me, this really is the fastest route to get a bunch of coins that, you know, they're just like in big bunches, so they're very helpful for us. We actually, so we could have done the platform clip to get in the back way like we did in any %, but it's been timed and it's not faster to do that here because you kind of are on a bad cycle. There's just nothing you can do. So we go into that room and we get the coins. We don't need the moon. The moon can just sit there. Everybody was getting ready for the claps. I'm sorry, I just destroyed everybody's hopes and dreams.
Clap.
Yeah. And time is coming up right here. As soon as I select purchase, which is now. There we go. Sub 8. Not bad. Not bad for a marathon showcase. There they are. Woo!
Don't you wish your nipples got that much applause?
Me? I really do. I really do. So you can find me on only... Never mind. My Am I allowed to say that on the stream? It's too late now. I want to say thank you very much, everybody, again, at Fastest First, for having me on. This is a blast. Thank you, Fur, who I actually found out was just like you guys at home. I found out that he was here, like, literally the other day.
I thought I told you, but
yeah. You were, like, excited about it, but I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll see you there, and then you were here. So thank you for sitting on the couch with me. Sort of a couch with a hole in the middle.
There's a chair.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, all of you, for showing up. Right? What better way to, have a first time at a speedrun marathon surrounded by friends? It's the support is overwhelming. I'm almost like lost for words, which is pretty rare for me, I'll be honest. I also want to just say that if Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning has captivated you in any way in the last hour and 8 minutes, the community is vast. There is a lot of resources. This is one of the most popular speed games. I think the any percent category has like over 3,000 individual submissions from different people. It is one of the most popular speed games and therefore has one of the biggest communities and therefore the most resources. It's a pretty easy game to sit down. Your mom could sit down and play this game, and as long as you just told her she had to get to the end, she could probably do it in one sitting. So it's a pretty easy game to speedrun. But the ceiling is so high, and you can get lost in this game for literally thousands of hours, like
you really can.
The two of us have. So yeah, once again, thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here at Fastest Fur's very first marathon. Round of applause for Fastest Furs, by the way, for being able to host this, and I hope it's not the last one because this is super exciting. And now Stray to finish it off. So thank you so much for watching.
That's right. Can we get one more round of applause for that incredible run? Such an amazing display, not only of speedrunning potential, but also mechanical dexterity. So cool. Thank you so much, Dangers. Phenomenal job.